Welcome back, everybody, to part two of our ranking of Sonic Adventure 2's music. Same rules are as the earlier one. So if you guys haven't seen part one, please go do that. I don't do links in the description. Just go look at it. That's all I gotta say.
Rattle.
You gotta work for it.
Yes, you gotta work for it. Give me those views. Look through every video. Like him and subscribe to me. Only once. I don't need it twice. Don't subscribe to me twice.
Forget Rattle. Do not listen to those faker things. We do not give out anything here. Ignore them and report them.
Anyway, so we're gonna move on to Death Chamber. Give it a listen, everybody. And if you hear some munching, it's because it's not me eating my food like a monster. It's because it's ASMR. So let's look into Death Chamber.
Besides, it's going to be me eating my food.
Knuckles is finally actually joined with the rest of the group, so this is got some plot to it.
Okay, R&B. Let's go, baby. There we go. Just like what? Snoo? I don't feel like I'm in danger. I feel like I'm being seduced. I'm in danger. Is it gonna pop out and say "ara ara" or something?
No.
Okay, all the rappers are confused. T.
I know Eggman's secret stations here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. I know we'll need a key to get inside. That's our only way to find it. So let's go.
You know what? And before Ben gets to, I never knew that it was just the rapper talking over for Sonic and Knuckles' exchange. I never knew
Because there's usually a lot of noise going on around it.
Yeah, like what? Anyway, go ahead, Ben.
Okay, got the saxophone. It's got the rap, but it's got that R&B in there a little bit more hard on too. So honestly, I'm letting it sit at a 4.5. It does not sound like it's something that should be appropriate for a place called Death Chamber. Again, I feel like I'm being seduced. Rooster Bat's gonna come out and just go "ara ara" or something, and it's like,
All right, George.
I'm gonna say this. I think for the first time, I'm going to lower to a 4 to a 3.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me why. Tell me.
The song is actually kind of good, but the way they was trying to interact with Sonic and Knuckles, like you were mentioning, I was like, huh. So the rapper's trying to talk to Sonic and Knuckles, or what? Because I was starting to get confused with the song now.
He's talking as Knuckles and Sonic talking to each other about their different goals.
Ah.
I
But the
want to
song is
help
good.
you.
The song is good, but sadly I have to put this on number 3. Number 3.
Mid. Okay.
It was okay. It was a good song, but it was okay.
Mid. I don't care if it doesn't fit the location at all. I mean, like, it's still in the pyramid, even if it's heavily Eggmanified, but it's just so good, even with all the nonsense talk.
Death Chamber.
It's fine for me.
I am not in danger. I am being entranced.
When
You're
everybody
in
else,
danger of being seduced.
when we're all hearing Death Chamber, Ben is hearing "Sleep with me, sleep with me."
Again, in danger of what? This is dummy mommy music. Okay? Try to tell me otherwise. This ain't no Eggman ploy here. This is an organic who knows how to push the buttons.
Unless he finally discovered how to make big booty robots.
Ooh, sure.
We're not talking about the third bot that never accompanied him because they had company place issues.
Then I'll just fire him. Anyway,
Booty robots, I got big booty robots.
I'll give it a 3.5. I'm not really sold on it. It sounds mid enough, I think, but it just it's okay. I wouldn't hate it when I hear it. Just yet another song that's been ruined by Ben. Anyway, let's move to Knuckles' last mission.
Wait. So what was the explosive rate again?
Perfect.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Knuckles' last mission, which is Meteor Herd. This is the one I remember the most.
He's broken away from the rest of the cast to get what's left.
And we're Meteor Herd. You ready to go in space? Help me get the emerald.
Beverly Hills Cop.
And left my homes. At least we were friends, and I'm not all alone. Bad thing was that the emerald spilled. Got a soul spaceman, time to get ill. What's this? Can't fly off now. I just could float. Hope I don't die. Meteors coming my way, weaving. Gotta go straight. Ain't a criminal, crime don't pay. Seen a crazy look, Eggman's face.
That's pretty much the loop. There you go.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
Why 4.5?
Well, it was nice enough. It just didn't have enough to push it over the edge for me, but it was decent enough. You know, you got the rap, you got the beat, it's a Knuckles theme, so it fits. Although now I can honestly probably say that any of the rapping that with the Knuckles stuff could honestly be put into an 80s cop theme. Sorry, joking on nostalgia there. So yeah, 4.5. I'll just give it 4.5. It's all right. It's very, very, very all right.
I kind of like how the music was being a little bit like what's the word I'm looking for? No, I'm just gonna make the song is really good. I just wish I had a little bit more kick in. I'm starting to like laying low from the music right now. So I'll get this up. I'll get this 4. It's really good. It's really good. I'm starting losing music vibes now.
Not the second one we went through because that thing was Snoozeville. This thing, on the other hand, is a little bit better. But at least I don't feel like I'm in the danger room.
Sleep with me. Sleep with me.
Ben. Well, I am so sorry to confuse you two, Ben. I'm really sorry.
Danger room. Okay, if you're on
It's dangerous, all right.
just say danger room, and then I'll just shut up.
Dangerous for your sex life.
What sex life?
Exactly.
The one with the whip.
I told this much, and I admit that I'm a virgin. All right, but enough of that. Let's get back to Knuckles, and hopefully not learning that he is
I kind of spaced out during most of it. It's really good background noise.
It's Meteor Herd because it's in space. He's spaced out.
I lost my train of thought because of that. I'm just gonna give it a 3.5.
I give it a 4, mainly because it's pretty awesome when you're getting lost in space doing your thing, and at least it's a reliable
It does
beat.
feel like very spacey.
It does feel spacey to me. It feels more spacey than most of the space songs so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
All right, and I think what is this? Sonic Adventure 2 Master of the Desert. I don't think that's it. You know what? Let's throw in a curveball. The Chow Race extended mix.
Oh no. Why do I feel Mario Kart music coming on?
This one.
Ooh, they have the Chow noises.
Why does Flower Island make me vibe of Yoshi Island and Crash Bandicoot music vibes?
Yeah.
Baby Mario Kart.
Wow.
It's Baby Kart 2. Chow Boogaloo.
Mario Kart 2, Chow Blue. Electric Chow Chow, anybody?
Why does they sound like Pikmin? They literally sound like them.
They're actually like waddling around, not even driving anything, they're just kind of waddling around like kittens that barely know how to walk, you know, that upward wide waddle.
Yeah.
This comes for really stream Pikmin, Yoshi, Crash, and Mario Kart.
Okay, fine, give it a 5, give it a 5. It's adorable enough. It fits. This is Peach Chow theme here.
It's not even done.
I don't care, it'll still be a 5. Nothing will take my mind. Nothing will deter me from my destiny. Oh god, they sound like Hatsune Miku too. They're too powerful. They're strong.
This is a mix.
Sound like Miku. They almost sound like Miku for a bit.
Don't you dare. Well, hold up. Don't you dare besmirch the names of chows with that idle trash. Don't you dare.
How dare you call idle trash? She's AI idle trash.
I have come to find the one who's smack talking me.
Oh, you know what? If I actually had access to my control panel, I would show you who it is. Anyway, that by the way, this section right here is the Dark Chow race. They mixed it in with this one. This is essentially the angelic portion.
I didn't want to get. This sounds like the 64. This sounds like the Pokemon Stadium music. I just played that recently, and now it's in my head. Hatsune Miku is also in my head. Hello, there is not much space in here. Oh well.
She just jumped out everything that isn't Hatsune Miku.
I've been Hatsune Miku.
I like how heroic stuff, at least like the angelic stuff, they have to bring out the old style organ.
Yeah, and then they bring out the xylophones for some really Roomba type of Jamaican music. It's the beat. But you know what they say, life is a beat.
That was the cutest beat I ever heard.
This is still pretty adorable.
Oh, by the way, this is the dark races. Oh, sorry, the hero races, because you're in hell racing.
Gotcha.
We're in hell? Well, why didn't anybody tell me? I would have done my tax returns. No matter what the IRS does, I'm not doing my tax returns. You tell it, Dan.
Funny enough, I actually prefer this one. Because here's all these parts here.
Well, there's no Hatsune Miku, so I suppose that can be an improvement.
No, this is precisely where she would be at.
She belongs in hell. Wait, now we know where all the AIR traps is gonna go. It's gonna go to hell. Where
Anyway.
people can enjoy their synthetically made art.
They're okay. By the way, that was like extended mix for a reason, but I know this one from the soundtrack. This is the normal hero and dark races, and they all have the same type of flair but different instrumentation. I spent the most of my time playing the hero race, which is why I'm familiar with the hellish soundtrack vibe of it. But yeah, they did actually have that arranged explodes because I heard you were like, "Oh wow, they have Chow sounds in here." Yeah, that's the official soundtrack version.
So I wanted to have a little bit of something just because it was funny that I saw it. Any of you guys see the funny guy? There's a channel on YouTube or several channels on YouTube where they take like nostalgic franchises and stuff, and they do like still frame stuff. It's like, oh, they take like the old 40s or 50s Justice League cartoon, and they have them like talk about weird stuff and put them in some funny situations. Not animations, so just still frames with text beneath them that say that.
Yes, Solid JJ I think is one of them.
In any case, they did one with Transformers, and so it's Soundwave and Shockwave, the Decepticons. And Soundwave comes in, and he's like, "What's in the box?" Next, you know, it's Shockwave comes in and asks Soundwave, the more mechanical sounding one. It's like, "What's in the box?" Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku is in a box? Yes. Why? I don't believe you. You open the box. You released her. Then she puts the Soundwave. And I am in charge now. Oh God, what have we done?
Serves him right for releasing that evil beast into the earth.
Well, I mean, to be fair, one of them was high on, not really high, but one of them was having a horrible hangover from Starscream's margaritas. He comes in screaming at the end, "Take off my margaritas!"
So, score? Score? What is our score?
One. The normal Chow or the dark Chow?
All three.
There was a third? I mean...
Yeah, the basic
Oh.
show.
I love the first one. Okay, here's the thing. I am a sucker. I am a degenerate. I can be a pervert. But I cannot deny absolute goddamn fucking cute stuff. And that first one was utter gushing cuteness. So, beyond 5, if I can do so. 5++, A, rank A, S tier, God tier, universe tier. Just that first bit. Mwah, a chef's kiss to the ends of time.
All right, George.
I'm gonna say this. I'm just putting this immediately a 5. Because one, for some reason, they have mixed vibes of Yoshi's Island vibes, Crash Bandicoot vibes, Mario Kart, even Pikmin. The way that how the child was trying to sing, it sounds like a Pikmin. How? It sounds like a Pikmin. Like
Wrong franchise.
Wait, what?
They sound like Pikmin.
Yeah.
Well, funny
And
thing
I
is,
got the funny
Pikmin didn't
thing,
come out until after SA2 came out, so...
I know, but the way they sound, it was like, what the heck? But even that, I just started hearing saying Miku, and like, what? I was like, what? Now they're starting singing Miku song or what? But it was, but all three of them was actually really good, really good. So I'm giving them a 5. And I know Mark has the gun right in front of me, ready to shoot me if I mention Miku one more time.
You just did.
It's
Oh,
okay.
God.
It's okay. Okay. Well, just say calming words. Okay. You are a good boy, and Wifey Fidel is not angry at you for saying that despicable demon's name. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Put Allie back into the box. Put her back in the box. We're not purifying anything. Put Aqua away.
I am trying, buddy.
Okay, I'm just gonna give it 5 simply because of the
Bring out the
sneeze.
Sakura. Bring out
The
the
sneeze was
useless.
the sneeze was too pure not to give it a 5.
Yeah, I give all three. I give basic and hero like a 4.5, but the basic and the dark 4.5, and the hero one a solid 5. There's just something super funky about the instrumentation on the hero race that is just way better than the other ones. But yes, the cuteness vibe with the Chow sound effects. There's a reason why Sega's sitting on untapped potential, and people just want more of that. I love Chows. They're very cute creatures.
You want to know why Pokemon honestly sell as much? It's not because they're games, sweetheart. It's because they can sell as effing plushies.
The plushies.
Exactly. It is literally.
Not to mention, they can become the specific characters that you like.
Yeah. They are essentially... Yeah, well, it's more complicated than that, Ben. Don't confuse him. It's a lot more complicated than that, but yeah.
I'm more concerned than confused, but okay.
Anyway, our next one is going to be Shadow. This is Team Dark. This is Shadow's first and Black Doom's most loved level. It's Radical Highway.
So fight off against a black guy. He calls himself Black Doom, so they're fighting a black guy.
Give it a
Black Doom
listen.
was not
Hey,
in this game, unfortunately.
Shoot him!
Hey,
He is black.
So yeah, this is Shadow's first level in the history of his time in the franchise. Take
hey,
a
I have
listen.
to leave. Right, I have to leave. They're calling me. I
It's
have
all
to mute
good.
myself too.
Enjoy yourself, my
Thanks.
friend.
Thank you.
Man of the hour. Godspeed. This the beginning? Oh hell! Okay.
Yeah.
I hear a freaking can shattering on the floor. All of it, literally punching me into the ground, saying, "You are gonna this." Okay, definitely got good aim. Loving the beats, loving these sounds. Way different. This is so edgy. This is totally Shadow. This sounds literally like a dark version of what Sonic's Gotta Go Faster is.
I gotta go
More
fast,
technological.
but against the speed limits.
No, I gotta go faster. It's like, I gotta go fast. Faster than that asshole, anyways. Listen. Shadow doesn't care about going fast. He just cares about going faster than Sonic. And that's literally the definition of petty. And that's totally what Shadow is.
Okay, that's enough. We're gonna hear a lot of that later in a different tier list. Anyway.
You know what? I'll give it a 5. And as soon as it picked up and it hit hard, it kept hitting. It just stayed there. Did not diminish, did not take away. It struck like a black and red lightning bolt.
Yep, and that's a direct quote from Black Doom.
What, black and red lightning bolts?
Alright, Explodes, go for it. What is your score? Oh, did we lose Explodes?
Oh no, he died. He's still recovering from the chow nonsense.
Sorry, I had to let the cat in, then MM wanted more stuff to be done. I remember the song well enough. I gave it a 3.5.
Did Black Doom ruin it for you?
I just never found it that cool.
I have to give it a 4.5. It is really deserving.
Because
of
he's
high
black,
praise.
isn't it? You can't like it, not because it's Doom, but because he's black. No, don't go story memes here.
Anyway, so the next one here is White Jungle. This is Shadow's parallel to Sonic. Sonic's was Green Jungle. This is White Jungle. Essentially the same location, but it's Shadow you're following this time. So take a listen to it.
Oh yeah, this is when you're on your phone.
Hey, is that grunge I hear?
Yep, I guess.
That's total grunge. Oh, I don't even hate it. I don't hate it. I don't. Oh, this is a Shadow through and through. Shadow would listen to grunge. He doesn't want to listen to rock or punk or anything like that. He goes, nah, I want the edgiest form of that.
There you go. That is White Jungle Shadow.
Yeah, well, as far as a jungle setting goes, definitely far more chaotic than I would think for a jungle, but, you know, it definitely fits for a Shadow. Gonna give it 4.5.
I give it a 4.5 as well. No, sorry, Explodes. Are you still with us?
4. It's a little too short.
Well, quick aside, Explodes, do you like the remix that they did for Sonic Forces?
I don't remember them, honestly.
Oh, okay. They did remix this exact track for one of his levels, but I don't know if you would like it or not. But anyway, I'm in the 4.5, mainly because it definitely does feel it captures the essence of what Shadow was going for at the time, and a very big contrast to Sonic's classic rock and roll. It was like dun, 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 dun. This one's more like
It definitely has its own theme by comparison. Knuckles has his rap, Sonic has rock, Tails has techno.
Rock.
and Knuckles.
Oh, yeah, this is like grunge. Yeah, Knuckles gets jazz, R&B, and rap. It's like, this sounds a bit relaxing for the guy who literally punches things to listen to him.
Well, majority of his levels, well, not majority, all his levels were treasure hunting, so you kind of needed something easy to listen to since you're not necessarily going to the end of the stage with him. He's treasure
He's
hunting.
Indiana Jones, the Temple of Snooze.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
Temple Snoo Snoo.
No, well, okay, the one. The danger room! Leave! Knuckles! You're the one going to get.
All right. Speaking of a Knuckles level, Skyrail also takes place in Pumpkin Hill, but during the day, so it's less creepy. So this is Shadow's, I think, second to last level in the game. He only doesn't have that many levels compared to Sonic. And this is
Or
Sky.
anyone else, really.
Yeah, and this is a level called Skyrail. Take a listen to it.
Not to be confused with Skyrim.
Yeah, that's a very short loop, honestly. Just a minute and a half. Minute and a half. Wow.
Decent, but
Mm.
not really eye-catching or ear-catching, I should say. So I'll give it a 3. It sits there. Not mid, not terrible, just not not really doing anything.
Okay, explodes.
3. It was just too dang short.
Yes. I really don't mind the length sometimes. Considering it's supposed to loop, it would be nice to have like full-length things on this, but if people are finishing these levels really, really quick, it doesn't make sense to have a full-length, actual album song for it. That's just my 2 bits on that.
I give it a 2.5, mainly because it's a very boring level. Yeah, fight me. It's not a very fun level, and it just it feels like they were just reusing assets at this point, specifically for this one. Just change the background from darkness to just vague skyness, and it felt like Shadow doesn't really do anything by by doing this level. He's just like, yeah, Sonic's over there, Eggman. It's like, okay, cool. You completely wasted their time. So yeah, this
Well,
this
not
song.
completely. At least it wasn't the Chow race. No,
All right.
Miku shall spoil our fun today.
This is Shadow's last level, Final Chase. This is when he goes to confront Sonic for the final fight they're about to have. So this also takes place in space. Enjoy. Yeah. There is your loop right there.
Okay, that was hard. I mean, it was really hard. It didn't have anything too spectacular, but above solid. Above solid. So can't put it at a 3. Doesn't necessarily strike out as a 5. Even if it's a last level, it's still missing a little bit to push it all the way there. So 3 3/4, I guess. I can't give it a 4, but I can't leave it at 3.5.
Explodes.
Honestly, I just don't plain like it. It's boring. It's not very spacey without the whoop, 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 whoop. And honestly, this time it might be too long. Give it a 2.
I would say if I, yeah, one of the things that I was actually thinking about is like when listening to song, I didn't realize much of the sound effects were actually ingrained into the song. Because when you're running around in space between like the chunks of level design, there are a lot of sound effects in there of machinery turning and all that stuff. I didn't realize half of this stuff was just from the song itself. So, um, I will say I will give it a 3, baseline 3. It kind of loses steam near the end, where they just kind of throw everything into a blender and just kind of like see what comes out. Everything from the beginning of it felt like it was building up to something really good, but it just didn't quite go through.
Throwing everything together like AI art.
Yeah, AI music. You could also say that too. So it gets a 3 from me. Unfortunately, I think in general, the final level just kind of in terms of music just kind of fell flat. All right, that's it for Shadow. We're gonna move right on to our best boy Eggman. This right here is everyone's favorite. I wouldn't say everyone's favorite theme from Eggman is Remember Me, Iron Gate. So this is technically the first level of the entire game. This is the thing that sets off the entire plot. This is when Eggman literally storms the government and breaks in. Yeah, timeline wise, yeah, and he breaks in and rescues quote unquote Shadow the Hedgehog. So this is Eggman's level, storming the government.
Sounds so bad. I love it. Okay, as much as George is saying, it's like one of those things sound like fight music. This sounds like fight music. It sounds like he's infiltrated and having a full-on battle right now.
We even sing Eggman.
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 Got a Batman theme on top of it? Okay, you know what? For Eggman. 5. This is 5. This is 5.
Play my theme music.
It's
Eggman.
So yeah, I heard a 5 from you.
Yes.
Okay, Explodes.
Ditto.
A ditto. Oh wow, Pokemon. All right, I didn't realize you were doing Pokemon rankings. For me, it took me a while when I was younger to realize it was actually Eggman. It's a good track. You hear it.
Honestly.
Hmm?
I forgot about that, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good track. You're gonna be hearing that a lot when you're younger, and so that is one of the things that have been ingrained in my head for the longest time. It's a good track, and it does fit Eggman so well, even without the Eggman, the clearly Eggman bias in the name. All right, so this next one is Sand Ocean. This is Eggman when he went and he's going to take over the pyramid, which is something you've heard of quite a bit. But this is him infiltrating the pyramid so he could take it over, which ends up being Sonic's problem later.
And I think it's actually already his. He's just busy with gun infiltrating it.
Yeah, you might be right about that one. I do love how this song starts out. So hopefully if it's the way I believe it is, it should be the way I remember it. So take a listen. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, everybody do the robot. Robotnik and his gang just strutting on in.
Oh, you got me thinking you could replace the song with the Sonic 3 portion of the two Eggmans dancing.
Oh Lord, no! Oh no, I can't see it now. This is what they're dancing to.
Yeah.
He Jim carried all over now. Oh Lord, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Sorry. I was thinking merciful blue hedgehog. It's everywhere.
Okay, all right. It's a that's a sand ocean. The one place where Eggman can actually get killed by sand.
What does he do? Drown in it? Does he have a little sound
Yes.
effect like Sonic
Yeah.
does when he's in water?
The last thing you'll hear when you lose a life is no.
That's rough, buddy. I knew it. Eggman, he's a genius inventor, loves robots, and has some small little enemy going against him, and now makes sense.
Mhm.
The
Eggman is
Egg
Anakin
Walker's just too
Skywalker.
heavy.
No, Eggman is Anakin Skywalker. He has a little enemy, and he hates sand. It is his mortal enemy.
All right,
And
what do
he's
you
a
wait?
genius at machine. So,
What do you rate this?
well, for a lack of a music, it still slaps hard, but I'll put it at 4.5.
Explodes.
But again, the same.
I give it a 5. I love that. I love this part at the very beginning. It is just this is one thing that I always loop over and over.
I love the very end.
I love that part. Unfortunately, when you first start up the game or the level, Eggman's talking over that portion, so you don't really get to really enjoy that. But yeah. So
I prefer the very end where
Ver-
it's just going ham on the.
yeah, I love that too. They're very good track and attached to a fairly competent level. The level's fine, but it's a
except maybe that one floating in space one.
yeah. Speaking of space, this is Lost Colony. This is Eggman when I believe he's taking over the Ark, and he has to get through all the gun robots to get there. So this one, spoiler, pretty darn good. But that's just me. All right, there's your loop. Ben?
Not gonna lie. That does slap pretty hard. All right, I can't necessarily be so judgmental against it if it doesn't have that much lyrics to it, but it does feel like you are in space, and it actually feels like there's actually a bit of peril in it. I know, shocking. I'll still give it 4.5.
4.5. What about you, Explodes?
Hmm.
I
Well-
don't know. Good.
Well, it does feel like you're entering a lost area of value instead of the usual hypeness. You don't know what's coming, so I'd say it nails a pretty explorative feel to it. I'll give it a 4.
I give it a 4.5, mainly because I believe, just in the same vein of you, that because this level was because Eggman's in like a dark area, because there's like a lot of areas that are very dark that you have to illuminate with your blasters and everything. It does have that very mystique feeling of technological abandonment that I believe we kind of got a lot with some of the Sonic CD tracks from prior. So yeah, I definitely love this one. All right, so this is the level where you're able to get a whole bunch of perfects. because no, all those robots don't even attack you. This is Weapons Bed. This is Eggman when he's causing a whole bunch of distractions so Shadow could go plant the bomb. Or did
The best level in the game.
Of course. My colleague, Dr. Eggman, gets to go on a firing spree, unchallenged. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say it started out pretty boring, but man, that last section right there really got with the franticness.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it was a bit of that downbeat, that like crunching sound. It sounded like blast doors being slammed on down in order to try and dissuade any unwanted intruder.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely added to it. It definitely felt like someone was trying to trip or trap something. So honestly, well, give it a 4.
What about you, Explodes?
5 is complete chaos. Chaos.
Chaos!
of destruction.
I think it's the only level in the game where you get consistent like every single time you score. I give it like a 4.5, just because that second half of the song is just really darn good, and it saved a lot of the snooze fest I was getting from the very beginning of it. All right, this is Eggman's last level. It is Cosmic Wall, in my opinion, probably the best track for Eggman, and this is him in space. I believe he's going to go get ready to go put that gun to Amy's head.
I had a flash the 80s cop themes. Very definite sense of urgency, I'd say.
Okay, that's pretty much the loop. But there you go. That is Eggman's
I like it.
final. Okay.
I say it passes into the realm of 5 because honestly, I love the beat, I love the tune. The longer notes honestly help, and it actually builds more suspense than quicker notes honestly could. And considering the context of it, I'd say it actually manages to capture it pretty well. So I say it passes into a 5, just on the sheer possibility of having the notes speak the tension instead of trying to create the tension.
Explodes.
It's a 3.5. It's just a little calm for my taste, where it should be.
Fair enough.
I would say it's reserved, but the longer notes would probably seem a little bit like they could lull you to sleep. But enough of the underbeat kind of had enough to balance it out to make you say it's like, oh no, that's the tricky part. It's literally offsetting you. It's imbalancing.
The thing I like about it the most is it sounds like pieces of metal are being slabbed together to build something, and that's something I really like. You probably heard me gush about that when it came to Sonic CD's thing, but whenever you're able to incorporate something like in the background that sounds like something that it can be realistically done in a beat, I really like that, and because Eggman's all about the technology and all that stuff, I feel like in the background you're just hearing like a robot being built, and you just hear it like slapping into place, like that. To me, I like stuff like that. It feels very, very soothing to the head, to the brain and mind. But I give that a 5. I really do like this one. It's tied for what was it? It's tied for the pyramid level, the Sand Ocean level for in terms of like really, really good. So Eggman's did pretty good when it came to music selection. All right, so for our last character, it's everyone's favorite. It's Dry Lagoon. Take a listen.
We're back to the chow.
Takes place after the first Knuckles cutscene.
Am I learning the samba here?
There you go. There's your loop. Now, by the way, Rouge the back.
Okay.
Right,
This is rude music. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you said everyone's favorite, I'm like, what? Which one?
This is part of my awesome evil musical track.
5.
Oh, you like this one, huh?
I'm sorry. This fits Rouge to an absolute goddamn T. It feels like lounge music. I can literally see her opening up a restaurant and literally having this kind of music playing in the background.
Well, she does
In a
have a
lounge.
bar.
And a casino.
Well, there you go. See, this fits. That's the point.
All right.
This literally feels like lounge and bar music, so it fits.
Explodes.
And it's a chip. Now get in my damn trailer.
Just because it fits doesn't mean I have to like it. It's average at best 3.
I'm going to agree with Explodes. I think it's a good solid 3. I mean, because I have absolutely no interest in this type of music, but that's just musical taste. So,
Well, considering this is the first music that we hear from her, and this is her first level with it, I say it sticks enough of a landing to say it's like, yes, this is her theme, her motif, and you're gonna be hearing this a lot.
So this next one is her venturing into the death chamber, but it's called A Quarters. This is her when she goes to join forces with Eggman and Shadow. And
I'm apprehensive already.
So this
I don't want to go back, man. I'll never come out.
This is the A Quarter. Take a listen.
Nope. Vincent Jack. Oh, honey, you have my attention. Okay, did Ruth the Bat just steal Cowboy Bebop themes here? The opening to Cowboy Bebop. I'm expecting high-paced scenes. I'm expecting some gun flaring. I'm expecting, high rises. 5. Take it. I yield. It's 5. It's noir, it's detective themed, it's city, it's dark, it's mystery, it's allure, femme fatale. It's got it.
I guess I just stopped there then. Your numbers being thrown out.
It's got the shoe bopping and all that. It's got the bebop. It's got it's just it. That's it. Okay, I submit. Rouge's
It's a-
Cowboy Bebop beginning theme.
It's a major improvement, yes. If you're giving it a 5, I gotta give it at least a 4.
I give it a 4.5. I do like how it starts out. I kind of cringe a little bit with the females singing, doing a doo da da type of thing. They do it better in Sonic Boom. But yeah, that's just
Won't
me.
argue there until I see it for myself.
But yeah. But you know, one of the funny thing is Rouge has probably the most important levels story wise compared to everybody else. That kind of has like a lot of filler. She
That's
gets
the whole point of a background character. They literally move things behind the scenes.
all right. This is Security Hall. This is when Rouge goes to the government that she works for and steals from them. So this is the infamous level where Rouge says, all I need is 5 minutes, or was it 10 minutes? I forget what it was. And Eggman's like,
It's 5.
yeah, there you go. Eggman was going to be on the safe side, but she's the reason why you have a tighter time limit. And this is Security Hall. Essentially, you're in the government's vault, and you're trying to find the Chaos Emeralds that are hidden inside. So take a listen to.
Seeing Mission Impossible montages here. It's like Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 8, I think it is, with all the women.
Oh man, this level made me so frustrated back then. But go on, Ben.
Rouge's theme is very well set. Lots of jazz, but I did like the inclusion of the trumpet and saxophone playing there. And yes, I can hear the difference. At least I hope I can. Look, I've been in jazz band. Okay, I know my woodwinds, and yes, brass is technically subset woodwind. In case you want to argue with that,
Gotcha.
They both require blowing, hence wind, part of the woodwind. Anywho, side tangent away. I liked it. It's not as strong as the last one. I can't admit that. It doesn't feel as strong. The other one had a bit more flair to it. This one had a lot more intrigue, slightly, and again, the jazz motif does give it a bit more of a classy, kind of romantic style feel of just sneaking around and finding things. I want to say 4.5.
What about
but
you, Explodes?
barely 4.5.
Same. Just really good.
It gets a 1 for me.
say.
It gets a 1 for me. and because it reminds me of me getting lost in Security Hall and having to restart every single time because I had to go through each elevation. Only to find
Your
out that
emotions blind you.
yeah, okay, you know, I'll be nice to it too. Yeah, I'll give it a 2. The thing is, it's good and everything, but it's not really doing it for me. It's faster paced than 8 quarters, but it's just something about it. I just do not like the. I don't like it as much as the other ones, and that just.
All right, I forgot this was the Death Chamber variation one. I actually forgot we were in the Death Chamber at one
Yeah.
of these. So
the last
it
one
did something for me.
got you in the mood. All right, this next one is Rouge's last level. This is Mad Space. Everyone hates this level, by the way. Everyone does. If you love it, you are a masochist. This is Mad Space. What?
You want to tell something explodes?
Yeah.
You share with the group.
Darkness has joined the chat.
This is a safe place. Don't worry, we will not leak the chats. And if you do, we will shadow ban you.
This is Mad Space, infamously known for its bad controls in the zero gravity / reverse controls avenue. This is literally her cleaning up her primary objective, which was to collect the pieces of the Master Emerald before Knuckles did. So take a listen to it.
Okay, did we just rip off Mission Impossible? This is so Mission Impossible as I can't.
Okay, there you go. There's Mad Space.
Not bad, not bad. Except that it sounded almost like an entire rep of the Mission Impossible theme.
Dun, dun,
trying to
dun,
say
dun,
calm, I'm trying to say calm.
dun, dun, dun.
It also didn't sound
Yes,
very
I'm-
spicy, so I'm gonna have to knock a point off of that.
I mean, it sounded like a mirrored motif of it, like a responding time. Like literally someone heard Mission Impossible and heard the beat by beats and literally made a response to it, and that's what's compiled the majority of this major theme.
Mm.
I'm not entirely mad at it, but I couldn't help but think Mission Impossible. And to be fair, the jazz of Rouge's themes does seem to match with it. So you said everyone hates this. I just want to go back to context.
Not
I
the
need to
music, the
confirm.
level itself. The level itself.
Okay. But I could see people hating this, and I imagine people that hate this may not like Mission Impossibles. Just because of the damn music. They're like, oh god, I'm getting flashbacks.
Ah. Okay. What's your score?
Well, I'll give it a 4. Only because it's barely original enough.
Okay, explodes.
Uh,
And that masochistic.
anyways, 4 because it's very, despite the whole lack of space feeling, it's very catchy.
Interesting. Okay. Well, despite how much horniness they tried injecting into Rouge's music, it will not stand. It gets a 1. No, I'm joking. It's catchy enough.
The less horny. Freaking Knuckles' Death Chamber sounded more horny than any of Rouge's.
I give it a 3. I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent to it.
The Echidna got more Riz than the Bat by means of the music department.
All right, this is the last story, which is very cut and to the point. This is when the arc, unlike Sonic 3's ending, was it was going to crash down into Earth, and was it crash down, or I think it was trying to crash down at one point, right?
Yeah.
In the movie or the game?
In the game. In the game, the arc was supposed to due to the
Actually, it was trying to shoot a laser, and they were going to stop that. Then it was going to crash.
yeah, I got my timelines mixed up. So yeah, it was the laser was going to shoot Earth and blow it up, and Eggman obviously doesn't want the planet to go boom boom because he's not that evil. So all the Team Dark.
I might as well save it.
Yeah. So everyone except Shadow all teams up to go ahead and stop the cannon from firing. So this
And Amy
is
because she got lost.
Hmm?
And Amy because she got lost and nobody wanted her help.
yeah, she was treated as soccer during the time. So
I was
this
going to say more Zorro if it got lost.
So this is Scramble for the Core. This is the section that plays when you're playing as Eggman and Tails teaming up. Take a listen.
I may have to duck out of this really soon, so this will be my last one, honestly.
Oh, you're taking
I
off?
gotta do something. I'll do this one, and then I got family business to get to.
Oh, so no Phoenix Wright today. Gotcha. Okay.
Well, depending on how quick I am with it.
Okay. Well, we got something else we can do in the meantime. Anyway, so this is Canon Score V1. Now, this part coming up here is my favorite part of the song here. So there you go. That is a Tails and Eggman section of Scramble for the Core. Mr. Benjamin Franklin. Oh, I think we actually just flat out lost him.
That's not bad. Definitely got some good techno bit. I mean, if this is a Tails and Eggman section, it seems very, very fitting. So, yeah, give it 4.
4. Explodes.
3 is pretty basic for a final thing.
I give it a 4 just out of generosity. That one section where they mixed it up a little bit during the middle and near the end, I find it really good. It was actually one of my favorite bits to do because of the stupid second section that kept on stonewalling me. So I got to hear a lot of this back in the day. So yeah, I give it a 4. All right, Ben, we'll see you later. If you happen to come
I'll
by,
probably come back in a little bit later, so may not be too long.
Okay.
It probably only might take an hour, so if you're still here, then I'd love to be on.
I'll definitely be.
We'll
Okay.
have to comment the last 3 songs.
Yeah. All right. This is
you bookmark it on the video for me, and I'll leave my my
On the
rating
comments.
on that.
Will do.
Yeah.
All right. Later, bro.
All right, see you.
This is the level that I remember stonewalled me the most. It's the stupid air necklace. This is all I think about when I hear this. Now, I do want to mention this. It's just us at this point, Explodes. But the thing about this track, big time, is that it does nail the feeling of desperation, especially since we're 2/3 the way through it and getting to the canon score. The urgency and the feeling of dread with Knuckles, you definitely feel it with this song, and especially with the whole. I don't know how I'm pretty sure it is possible, but I don't know how you're able to realistically think about getting the air necklace prior to getting to this portion of the game, and be like, oh, I can do that, no problem with just the bubbles they provide. So it almost feels like it was mandatory for you to pick up that air necklace in order for you to have somewhat of a chance to comfortably go through that underwater section.
Yeah, I'm still giving it a 3.
I'm still giving it a 3. I gave it a 4.5 just because I feel like it hits the mood for it. But that's just me on that end. Any particular reason? Feels more generic.
It's a little better, but yeah.
All right, and our second to last one for today is going to be the Sonic portion.
Minus the jungle beach.
And I think that's where the loop ends up going there. I absolutely love this one, especially when you make it this far and you have this awesome soundtrack to go with it. And it does feel like you're getting to the very end and where hope lies. So that's me giving it a really generous 4.9 out of 5. There's just one little thing that feels like it's missing, and you're probably going to say it sounds more generic because it is following the same beat pattern.
It's a lot better. I give it at least a 3.5.
3.5. Okay. To I guess to end things off here, the last thing that needs to be said is obviously this. This has to be said here. That's all we get. That's all we get because I'm afraid now that these guys are aware that their songs were used. By the way, I looked into that. I think they did settle in court with Sega. And Sega was completely understanding to the usage. I just find it really odd that Crush 40 was not aware that the music was being used. That to me seems kind of sus. But yeah, live and learn is yeah. But yeah, it to me it feels kind of odd that they weren't aware. I kind of don't believe it, but I don't. In our technological age of stuff, it's kind of hard for me to believe that you were just not aware or ignorant to it. Because Sega's been using Crush 40's theme song in almost every callback to this game, even with Shadow as early as Shadow the Hedgehog. So kind of odd. This is definitely like a 10 out of 5 here. It just it hits everything, even though the lyrics sometimes don't make sense to people. We as Sonic fans know that it actually makes sense. There's something to be said about it. And this is my opinion. I feel like this is actually Shadow's theme song. I don't really think this is the game's theme song. I think this is directly Shadow's theme song.
Shadow is the game.
Well,
despite being only in 4 levels.
Yeah, I guess. But whenever games try to use the Shadow the Hedgehog theme, what's the one from his game? I Am All of Me. Like that works, but I think like the true definitive standard Shadow is Live and Learn, and I think that fits.
It's only for that one game though, because I think after he reboots, he's just not the same.
He's more edgy than hedgy.
Yeah, maybe after the maybe in the Sonic X Shadow generations, but
that's some good onion. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for here. We could be going in, forever in all these other songs, but I figured we could go down memory lane, rate them, and
let's end it off with Eggman.
Wait, what Eggman?
EGG. The theme song, character theme song. Let's just use that to.
Yeah. Where's it? No, let's get the. There we go. And then you see it in the blaring in the distance. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.